So when we can understand that we have a fear problem, we can understand what happens in that moment. In that moment, when it's first thing in the morning and I get up and I pull on my trainers and I go for a run, and I kind of know that I shouldn't be doing that because I'm supposed to be doing this sponsored weight gain and I haven't been doing it, and I've got all this pressure. Every single person in the village is asking me about the weight that I'm supposed to be gaining and wondering about it, and I've committed to all of them, and I'm supposed to have raised all this money for charity, and I have all of that pressure / motivation on top of me, but I'm still pulling my trainers on and going for a run in that moment. What has happened in that moment is that my fear has overruled my motivation. My fear has engulfed my motivation. My fear has thrashed my motivation. And because I don't understand it as fear, because I don't understand that what I've got is a fear problem, I'm not seeing that that is actually what's happening. In that moment, all I'm seeing is, oh, I'm totally going to do this. I just really fancy a run night now, and it's a nice day, and it's not raining for once. I mean, it's always raining, and it's not raining for once, so I may as well go just now, and I'll just get it out of the way, and I'll get it done. Everybody knows that running is good for you anyway, and it's only, it's not going to hurt. It's not exactly going to make much of a difference. So I'll just go for this run now, and then that'll be the last one for ages. That is what my fear looked like, and I did not understand that that was fear. When I was able to understand that that was fear, and that the behavior in the present moment was the most important one for me being able to override my fear response and actually get myself recovered. When I could understand that all that mental activity just convincing me to go for a run in that moment was fear, then I was able to override it. Then, because I could recognize I'm actually afraid of not going for a run right now, then and only then I was able to go, right, well, I'm not going for a run right now then. Bring it on. But when I didn't know that resistance to not running, those convincing thoughts, when I didn't know that that was fear, when I didn't understand that that was what I was up against, that was it, I didn't give it the importance. In that moment, I just thought, well, it's not a big deal. I'll just do it. I just won't go running tomorrow. In that moment, I didn't understand that that was me up against the big boss on level 5. Because it didn't seem like it. And that's the problem. When I understood that those thoughts, that was my fear response, that was what I was up against, that was it, that was the whole point, that moment there mattered more than anything else. When I was able to understand that, I was able to override it. I really was. And I did it quite well, actually. But that's the difference between motivation and fear. So do not tell yourself, or do not let people tell you that you're not motivated to recover because you're not on a day-to-day basis doing what you need to do in order to recover. Don't waste your energy worrying about your motivation levels. Even if you're watching this YouTube video, you're motivated to recover, what can I tell you? Don't waste your energy worrying about that. Focus your energy in understanding your fear response, and understanding where and when it comes up, and understanding when the important moments are if you want to get yourself recovered. Because that important moment is the moment when you are wanting to engage in a body weight suppression activity, running, restriction, purging, whatever it is. And that important moment is when your brain is convincing you it's fine, it's not a big deal, you can just do this time. That is your fear response. That is it. That is the important moment that you have to override. And that important moment can come multiple times a minute in the acute phases of recovery. That important moment isn't just a once a day thing. It's not because your dietitian set you a Snickers bar on your meal plan at 3 p.m. and that's your important moment of that day. That's not going to do shit for your ability to recover, because the important moments are all the time when we are actually in recovery. It is every time your brain says, oh, I just want you. No, that is an important moment. Every single time you have to override. And if you just understand that that's where the work is, and that's where the fear is, and that's what you've got to do, you'll be able to do it. You don't have a motivation problem. you have a fear problem, and the only way that you override your fear problem is by doing exactly what you're afraid of right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Anyway, hope that helps. Bye.